Hey, what's up? If you love good vibes and fresh stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here on StayWavyTV. Drop a like, tap the bell so you don't miss a thing, and join the wave with us. I'll see you
The president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, just did the unthinkable, y'all. So for those that don't know, Rob Reiner and his wife, they were murdered in their home, okay? They were murdered last night in their home. And this is what Donald Trump had to say about it. He posted this on his social media platform. I believe it's called Truth Social. He said, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife Michele, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michele rest in peace. Now, this is the same Donald Trump that was calling out people like Jimmy Kimmel for criticizing Charlie Kirk after he passed away, after he was assassinated, right? I'm not gonna say I can't believe, because we are talking about Donald Trump, but the fact that the president of the United States is belittling a man and his wife who was murdered last night. And this is the president of America, which is supposed to be the greatest country in the world, right? The land of the free. This is disgusting behavior from Donald Trump, man. And I've made videos on my channel, multiple videos, praise, saying good things about Donald Trump, because I think everybody is flawed, right? I've always appreciated Trump's honesty, but there's a difference between honesty and just disrespect. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he felt the need to do this because, Rob Reiner didn't like Trump's policies and he didn't like, what Trump's, stood for. That's his right. That's his, everybody's not going to listen. Donald Trump has to know that he does a lot of things that rubs people the wrong way. But, when somebody passes away in the fashion that Rob Reiner and his wife did last night, they were murdered in their home. The police say that they had stabbing wounds. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't do this, man. These people got families, bro. I'm pretty sure they got kids. They got, family members that are, grieving right now. And to have the president of the country, bullying, Rob Reiner and his wife who just got murdered, damn, bro, and the whole world is going to see this and talk about this. So instead of, people grieving and, talking about the good things about Rob Reiner, now everybody's talking about Donald Trump, clowning this guy. You know what I'm saying? Just because he didn't like what Trump stood for. So this isn't a good look. And this is why there's so much hate going on in America, man. Because the president, puts a lot of hate out there. You know what I'm saying? And listen, listen. This isn't something that the president should be doing, bro. This makes people think that it's okay to be hateful in this country. And listen, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, when Charlie Kirk passed away, everybody, I get it, right? I get it. But this just isn't a good look, man. I don't think America is currently headed in the right direction. I'm gonna be honest. I'm an American citizen saying that, born and raised in America. I don't think we're headed in the right direction right now. I think that it's just too much hate going on in this country, man. And at some point, bro, we gotta stop it before it just goes too far. You know, like it should never be a normal thing to belittle and criticize and bad, you know, just put somebody down after they pass away and they get murdered, man. That's just not cool, man. You guys didn't see me post no videos on this channel when Charlie Kirk passed away. You guys didn't see me post a video saying bad things about him. Was there things that I disagreed with that Charlie Kirk stood for? Of course. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has their own views, right? You got Republicans, you got Democrats, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, we're all human and we all deserve to be treated with respect, bro. And this was very disrespectful by President Trump. I'm disappointed, but I hate to say I'm not surprised that Trump did this. You know, I'm not surprised at all. You know, Donald Trump has shown from day one that, you know, this is who he is, man. Like, if you don't like him, you know, there's no rules, there's no limits to how he will respond to you. He's gonna respond to you with the utmost disrespect at the highest level. And that's what he decided to do today. And then the fact that he finished off the message saying rest in peace, it's like, wow. Like, this guy really doesn't give a fuck, bro. That's one thing about Trump, man. He doesn't give a fuck, bro. And to his supporters out there, because a lot of them are subscribed. There's a lot of Trump supporters subscribed to StayWavyTV. And listen, I appreciate y'all. Like, I don't have a problem with y'all. But my whole thing is just because you like somebody and you support somebody, that doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything they do, right? Like, hold Trump accountable for what he did today. This isn't cool. This isn't right. This is wrong. And anybody that disagrees with that, it just says a lot about who you are as a person, right? Maybe you're a person that you think it's okay to be disrespectful. You think it's okay to, you know, talk bad about the dead. You think it's okay to, you know, and if that's who you are, you're entitled to that, right? You're entitled to that. But one thing about me, bro, is I never allow myself to be so fanned out over somebody that I can't hold them accountable, you know, because at that point, you're pretty much idolizing, you know, your person, you know what I'm saying? And the only person that you really should idolize is God. You know, the only person that can't do no wrong in your eyes should be God, if you believe in God, right? But when you start doing that for a human being that's just like you, that poops and pees and, you know, like at that point, you just, you know, you're an idol worshiper. You're an idol worshiper. And the Bible speaks about how that's not good, you know? So, yeah, man, this is crazy, man. Trump crashed out. Trump completely crashed out on Rob Reiner and his wife after they were brutally murdered in their home in Los Angeles. By the way, if you're an American citizen, right, LA has got to be the worst city in the country right now. Like, Los Angeles, bro, I don't know what it is about that city, but that seems to be the most demonic city in the country, bro. Like, LA is just a wild place, man. Like, you can be rich, you can live in a mansion, you can live in Beverly Hills, and at any given point, somebody can just run up in your crib over there and just, you know, like in most cities, bro, people like usually don't break into your home unless you're not home and they know you're not home. But over there in LA, you could literally be in the crib and folks will run up in your crib and try to do something to you, bro. Like, bruh, the days of LA being the city that everybody wants to move to, those days are over. Those days are over, man. LA is an extremely demonic city, bro. And that's a city that I would never move to. I don't care if I'm a billionaire, bro. I don't care if I'm like the number one actor in the world. I would never purchase a property and move to LA, ever. Like, it's to a point. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I really don't even want to ever visit LA. And I used to want to visit LA, but I have no interest in doing it, bro. You know, I'd much rather go to safe cities like San Diego and San Francisco. And I'm good on Los Angeles, bro. Los Angeles, bro. It's just something about that city that just is demonic, man. Like, bad things just tend to always happen over there in LA, bro. Like, you know, you still got gang members over there. You got the Bloods and the Crips, and it's just some weird shit that goes on over there, man. But with that being said, it's your boy Wavy, StayWavyTV. Let me know what you guys think about this video. I'm out.
What's good, y'all? It's Wavy. You already know the vibes. We out here, big love from the whole city. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe, smash the bell, and keep supporting StayWavyTV. Every click keeps us moving, every like keeps us growing. Appreciate you.